Hello guys, welcome along to a pickup video. Now, got a right mixture here. It's a lot of stuff from CEX, eBay, some charity shop finds, and I think there's a trade in there. Now I've said this before, and you know, a couple of videos ago, I've started writing down lists of games that I've been wanting to get. You know, I've done my horror survival, and I'm still buying them. I've got that. I've got a list. I think even that video I mentioned, I says I wasn't that interested in PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1. Well, I've got a list for the games, for the consoles as well. I've been watching people's videos. Champion 2D Rob, he done a Wii collection, shows you his Wii collection. He's got a really good collection. So there's a few games there I added to my list. In fact, I've got one of them here that I picked up. Ben Shenmuzo, he's an Xbox fan as well, and the original Xbox, and he was done a few videos on certain games, and there's certain games that I thought, right, I'm going to add them to my list. I've went on lists on just the internet, just typed in, you know, underrated games in original Xbox, and looked at the different lists and wrote down some of them, and I picked up some of the games. So I'm going to show you, start with the Wii. I've got two Wii games here. Now the first one here was found in a charity shop. I actually found 3 or 4. Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, and I traded them into CEX. Kept this one. I was going to trade this in as well, because you can get a £5 for it, because these were 99 pence. But I decided to keep it. It's Mario and Sonic at the London Olympics. I thought it's a Mario game. I've got the Mario and Sonic at the other Olympic game at the Beijing Olympics. I've got that. I thought I'm going to keep this. It's a yellow box. It's an unusual kind of thing. It's all complete, and it's got a lot of different sports in it. You know, just got your kind of traditional kind of Daley Thompson decathlon type 100-metre sprints and hurdles, discus and all that. But it's got football and horse jumping and all this kind of stuff. And dream events. It's got dream events. So I decided to keep that. And I'm needing to get the winter one. I'm going to be picking up the winter one tomorrow, but I'll show you in a different video. So one of the games that was recommended, and I've known this game's been out for a while, and I've just not got into buying it, and it's Ghost Squad. It's an on-rail shooter, and I had to be shot in. It's really good actually. 99 pence I got this from Game. Now this was one of the games that Champion 2D Rob, he mentioned this game, and there's a few others that he mentioned and they're on my list. So I've ordered one of them for CX. I might have, but anyway, put that underneath here. Charity finds. I done a couple of videos ago where I went round the charity shops, only came back with one game. Well, I went the next day, or a couple of days later, I went down for something else, and I thought I'll just have a wee look at the charity shops. Well, I'm here, there'd been nothing here. Came back with a bag full. I came back with 5 FIFA 11s. I think there's a FIFA 11s and Pro Evolution 08, and they were all 20 pence each. And I only bought them for the boxes, for the Xbox 360 boxes, at 20 pence each, so that was fine. And I found these in the charity shop. GameCube games. First one is Rugrats Royal Ransom. Yeah, it's a Rugrat, but it's GameCube. You never see GameCube games, eh? And I put it on, and it's complete. Put it on, and it's working fine. This one here, so I'm going to have to get cleaned up, because it would start and then it says disc error. It's a red card. Now, I remember playing this on the PlayStation 2, and this is like an over-the-top I know we'll see. I don't know, because we'll show, we can't really see, but I'll get it cleaned up. I've got a few games to take and I'll get them cleaned up. It's like an over the top, you know, bashing folk out the road and overhead kicks and all that kind of stuff, and 99p each. Like I said, you never see GameCube games out in the wild. Haven, Call of the King. This was an argument I found a couple of days later after I filmed me going into the charity shops. It's complete. It's a kind of, on the back it looks like a kind of really colourful, kind of platform game. Vehicles in here to control. Fight, shoot, race, fly. Massive planets to visit. It looks quite good. This game I'd never seen before, I'd never even heard of it before. And that's why I picked it. I did think maybe, this is one of these games that's you get a lot of money from CEX. You don't. It's Enthusia Professional Racing. And it's made by Konami. So I thought, it looks really good. I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the back here. I'll go a bit closer. It actually looks really, really good. I've not put it on yet. It couldn't have done that well though, because I've never heard of it. You know, I've heard of your Gran Turismo, your V Rally, your Colin McRae Rally, etc, etc. I've never heard of Enthusia. Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. Spider-Man's one of my favourite superheroes, and I'll pick up all the Spider-Man games. I'll see them out in the wild, because I mean some of the Spider-Man games for the Xbox 360 they're a wee bit more expensive than your normal games, and there's a few of them for the Xbox 360. That's all complete. So that's what I found. GameCube games in these in the charity shop. So when I was gone, I'll show you this one, because this is the only game I found when I was doing my around the charity shops with my camera, which Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. It was only one, a good game to find though, because I'd never had it. Although when I picked it up, like I said it in the video, I picked it up and it kind of confused me, because I know you've got your 1, 2, 3, I know you've got your Agent Clank, your Ratchet Gladiator, and it's Size Matters. I'm thinking, what? But I explained it in the video, it's the PSP game, and this is a port of the PSP game. So it's kind of like Ratchet and Clank 5. Good one to get though, because the Ratchet and Clank games are excellent. Somebody made a comment, and I can't mind your name, so I apologise. He made a comment when I did my charity shop filming. He had noticed a game in one of the last charity shops, and he recommended me to go back and pick it up, because he said it's a really good game. It's a kind of different game for the Xbox 360. Have a look. So I went back and got it, and it's 007 Quantum of Solace for the obviously PlayStation 2 complete. So thanks a lot for that. So I picked that up. Right, so there are charity finds. Now we're going into games that I've kind of chosen, I've had a list for, I've bought them off charity shop off CEX, and a few of Gumtree. So let's go and let's show you the ones I bought off eBay. N64. What I did, I wrote into Google underrated N64 game, because I've got 50 N64 games. A couple of big ones I'm still wanting to get, but I wrote down a list of games I'm wanting. This was one of them, and I've got this in cart only. If the price difference is such huge, I'll get the cart, although I would prefer getting the box complete. And it's Forsaken. It's like a multiplayer game. You're in vehicles, you can play with bots, but I just try and get the base skills, picking up kind of like Doom type of thing, but you're in these kind of vehicles, this kind of motorbike type thing, but you're inside as well. Forsaken. And this one, and I've actually told you about this. Anyway, I'll tell you, it's Hybrid Heaven. It's like an action RPG game. It's going to be really good. So I picked it up. Now you've probably noticed I've picked up these plastic protectors. I don't know why it's taken me this long to get them. I think I'd ordered 10 from somebody on eBay just to see, and they came from Germany, just to see what they're like. As soon as I got them, I put them in, I thought, oh, why have I not had these before? So I went and ordered, another 30 or something. It just makes your games look so much better on the shelf. It protects it. And even ordered off the same company, your inside tray. There was a couple of games that I never had the inside tray. So I even ordered some of them, got them all fixed up. So my N64 collection is looking really good with these and the insides. So anyway, Hybrid Heaven. There's a few more on my list and I keep searching, and I'm just going to be patient because I've got them in the sets for eBay. One of them's called Win Back. I want to get Win Back, a box version of that. There's a few others, I've got them written down, but eBay purchases, because I do love the N64. A trade I did with somebody on one of the Facebook sites that I'm on for an N64 game, and it's Body Harvest. I mean, I've not opened the Hybrid Heaven, it's all complete and all that. Same with this is all complete. What had happened was, when I'd ordered these protectors the second time, like I said, I think I ordered 30 of them. 10 or 11 of them were actually NES protector cases. So I'd messaged the company, and they had said they apologised right away, said they'll send the 11 out for me, and as a way of saying sorry, they just said you just keep the ones, the NES ones. Now I've not got any NES games. So what I did is I advertised them onto one of my Facebook pages, the Retro Realm, I think it is, and a guy put up his stuff, and I'd want that, so I picked that. So that's excellent. So that's 3 more games to add to my N64 collection. A raffle that I'd won on one of the pages, and it was for a Mega Drive game. It was a free raffle, and I can't remember why. But he was giving you, he let you pick a couple of numbers for free. I won, and it's Flashback, which is absolutely brilliant because Flashback was one of the games I had when I had my Mega Drive. And I put it on, and I was kind of blown away again. It was like, I forgot how good it looked. I know it's a wee bit slower gameplay in that, but I was well impressed with the way it looked, because I remember having it, and I remember getting so far and getting stuck. It's all complete. So I'm well chuffed to get that back into my collection, because I had it. And that was a freebie, so that was really good. That's pretty sanguineous here. Right, we're on to the original Xbox, which is one of my favourite. And every single one of these games I wanted, and I think they were all from, well, the top one here wasn't, the rest of them were for CX. I did have some more, but one of them came as a classic version, which I took back, and I think that was Agent Under Fire. Agent Under Fire was a cheap game, only cost £1. Came up in lists of underrated games that you should play. So I've got it on the GameCube and that, but I want it for the Xbox. But that came as a classic, even though there was 40 copies. The shop that sent me was a classic one. The Warriors was another game, but that came in a black box with no manual. The box doesn't really matter because I could swap the box out into a sports game or something. But they've not got a manual. So I took it back. At first the guy goes, I think I had 3 games to take back. The other one was Mech Assault. Again, that came in the manual. So I took them back, and the guy goes, well, no, you can't can. I went, well, why no? I goes, because these games are no complete. He goes, aye, but we'll take them in without a manual. I went, aye, but to me, as a collector, this game is incomplete. It's no manual. I goes, the box doesn't matter. I can swap that out. There's no manual. I goes, and they're cheap games. I goes, you had loads of them in stock. So I goes, if you've got them in stock in right here, I goes, I'll take it, because I goes, I want these games. That's, you know what I mean. I wanted to. Anyway, he looked at the reasons for taking it back in, and he took them back in, and I got the money back. But anyway, first game here was a guy who lives just local to me. He's on the retro realm, and he's always buying and selling and stuff. This came up, and I got it off him, and it's Grabbed by the Ghoulies. It's a rare game. Rare mean it's, you know, rare. It made GoldenEye. It's not a rare game. It's not an expensive game either. I mean, I've got this game on the Xbox One replay, but I want it for the original Xbox. All complete. I even swapped the box out. The box was a wee bit thingy, so I swapped the box out to a good box. So that's one, and I had that on my list, so that was really good. This game, no, I was going to say Shenmue. Ben, he did talk about this game, but I think before that I'd seen it and I'd ordered it, and it's Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb. I put this on just for a wee while, and I was really impressed by the graphics right at the very beginning. It's meant to be like a Tomb Raider type game. It's Indiana Jones and his whip and all that kind of stuff, and it's meant to be a really good game. I think this maybe £3 or something for CX, because like I said, I buy a lot of stuff at charity shops and trade it in, and I just mount it up. I mean, I've got another 2 games out there. I was at a charity shop, and again I picked up Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort in the cardboard boxes. You know, the one you get free. I got them for 75p for the 2 of them. Yeah, a charity shop, and it doesn't matter where I'm pointing up there, but it doesn't matter. But it's 75p for the 2 of them. I think I can get 5 or 6 quid. So I'll be taking them down to see my CX and trading them in and just mounting it up. Indiana Jones. I'm looking forward to playing through that. Spider-Man. I talked about Spider-Man before. Spider-Man came up on people's lists, and Spider-Man 2 as well. So I've got the first one here. All complete with a dirty sticker on the front here. Mercenaries. Another game that came up. And I've got Mercenaries 2 for Xbox 360, but obviously this must be a better game, because this came up as different lists. I saw again complete, because like there's no complete, but I took them back. It wasn't an expensive game. I think it was like £1.50. Headhunter Redemption. Again, it's meant to be really good. Again, it was only like £1.50 or something. Wasn't expensive at all. Because a lot of these Xbox games, there's a lot of good ones, and they're not really expensive. You've got the ones that are a wee bit more expensive, like Shenmue 2, and there's a few horror survival games I want to get. And what was that other one I'm going to get? It's the Conker's Bard. It's not Bard Live and Reloaded or something. I'm going to get that, and that's, I think CEX, I've got it for £12 or something. Which, when you compare it to, you know, £1 for a game or £1.50, but a lot of Xbox games are dead cheap. Beyond Good and Evil. A game that I've got for the Xbox 360 is an arcade game, and I must have bought it in a sale, but again, I want to have the Xbox version. I can't mind how much this was, £3 maybe, £3.50. I was looking at the back here and I saw different languages, but it's the British at the top. I thought, have I got a... But it's no. All complete. A big, massive, thick manual. Really good condition. Oh, you can't see it, but you can feel it. It's one of those. The last game here that I had written down, and it's Jade Empire. New, BioWare. So these guys, are they the ones that made Mass Effect? Is that right? I'm sure it is, isn't it? These guys that made that. I know it's an RPG, but I think it's like an action RPG type of thing. Kind of like your Mass Effect, because I did play Mass Effect 1. I never did get to the end, and that's why I never played number 2, number 3, because I wanted to finish number 1 and all that kind of stuff. Jade Empire complete. And like I said, I did order an Earth 3, and I sent them back, well, took them back. There is some more. I've got a whole big list on my phone, a huge Xbox, original Xbox list. I have ordered, I watched a guy's video, and he's from America, and he done his top 30 games on the original Xbox, and so there's a few that he showed that I've added to my list. I've actually ordered one of them, and that was Vietnam Shell Shocked. It was only 75p, 50p on CX. I mean, I've got the second one on Xbox 360, but and I'll put the guy's name. I can't remember his name because I really enjoyed that video. He never done it for his top to down to the bottom. He just shows these 30 games that he loves to play, and he loves. There wasn't in any order, and anyway, that one was, so I've ordered that, so that'll be coming soon, and I'm really enjoying buying the games that I'm wanting. Like I said to my last video on Xbox 360, I just go out and I just buy Xbox 360 games when if I see that I've not got and at a good price, I'll buy them. Whereas these games, a lot of these games, I'm wanting to buy them, and I go out. What I will do though is I will check on eBay, because obviously there's no guarantee they're going to come with a manual and such. So I will check on eBay to see how much they're going for. If it's the same price, I'll buy it for eBay. Although I have got credit on CX, so that's thingies me there. Although I've got a CX next to me, so I can go in and have a look. If I've got them in, I can check then, But so excellent. So I'm just going to leave it there, guys. And thanks for watching. And till next time. Cheers.